As the cabinet prepared to vote Tuesday on the Hizbullah swap deal, paving the way for the exchange Wednesday morning, the Lebanese newspaper Akhbar reported one of the soldiers was killed during the July 2006 abduction and the other was wounded, his condition unknown. The abduction of the two reservists Eldad, Regev and Goldwasser triggered a month-long war. The newspaper report failed to identify which of the two reservists was killed during the kidnapping. The report said 4 squads of Hizbullah fighters took part in the operation. 1 squad was responsible for mortar fire, a second provided cover fire, and a third fired in the direction of IDF posts in the area. The 4th squad had the most important role, penetrating inside Israel with stretchers and loading the 2 soldiers onto a civilian vehicle, which took them to a nearby location. Then a Hizbullah clean-up squad came to the site, doused the jeep with gasoline and burnt it in order to hide evidence. Prime Minister Ehud Olmert has expressed dissatisfaction over the 80-page Hizbullah report on the fate of Air Force navigator Ron Arad, saying Hizbullah failed to provide further details which it clearly has in its possession, and by doing so has violated the first stage of the deal. However, while cabinet ministers appear to agree with the Prime Minister, they are expected to give the green light for the deal to get underway. On Wednesday morning at the Rosh Hashanah border crossing, Israel will transfer the bodies of some 190 Hizbullah fighters, and Eldad, Regev and Goldwasser will be handed over to Israel. Prior to the transfer, representatives of the International Red Cross will gain access to Regev and Goldwasser and the 5 Hizbullah prisoners, Samir Kuntar and 4 others. On Tuesday, Red Cross officials said they had no idea whether the 2 reservists were alive or any details concerning their condition. Israel will also receive the remains of soldiers killed in the Second Lebanon War. In the event that Israel receives the bodies of Goldwasser and Regev, their remains will be taken to a nearby base where officials from the Army's Rabbinical Corps will verify their identification. If the remains of the 2 reservists cannot be identified on the spot, they will be flown to Jerusalem for DNA testing, expected to take a number of hours. Senior IDF generals will then inform the soldiers' families and will accompany them to the Shrug Army base outside of Nahariya, where they'll be able to pay their respects and be alone with their loved ones. Only then will Samir Kuntar and the 4 Hizbullah fighters be returned to Lebanon, where Hizbullah has prepared a massive victory celebration.